smoke, it's hard to miss me. Pick 1 out of 2 dimes to twist me. New nines is crispy. Mine on chips.
What's going on, y'all? AJ Simmons. Got the AZ and Nas bumping for, I think it was James Alonzo that asked me to get some of that up here. Let me stop it though. He told me I gotta start playing some AZ and Nas on the background of these videos. I figured I'd tease him with a little bit of that. But anyway, ask your questions, man. I ain't really got a whole lot to say today. I just wanted to check in with y'all. Go live, let y'all get a chance to ask some questions if y'all got any. If y'all can't hear me, let me know, because I had my radio hooked up to the Bluetooth. Hopefully y'all can hear me. But anyway, man, yeah, get your questions in. Shoot them in. Everything going good, man. I've been chilling. I went live in the mastermind group probably twice today. You know what I mean? We've been getting it in there. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Cool86 said you good on the sound, so I appreciate that. But yeah, man, ask your questions. I'm working on a lot of different things. Yesterday we was in the mastermind group talking about all type of stuff. What up, Sub-Zero? That's my boy Bill right there. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. He got some heat coming up. I seen that one when you got up there about Rockefeller. I'm gonna check that one out. I'll put that on my watch later list. I ain't get a chance to watch it yet, but Rockefeller's a good guy to learn from. Regardless of what you feel about him or any of that. Just bottom line is learn what you can learn from people and don't worry about all that personal shit. Same thing go for people like Donald Trump, all of that. So let's see what we got. Koo said, good to see you, brother. I appreciate it. It's hard. I'm surprised you said you can see me. It's dark and I'm not the lightest guy in the world. But anyway, let's see what we got here. So Miss Nikki J said, are you still doing Jam Pro? Yep, I still got my Jam Pro franchise. I don't work for Jam Pro no more as an employee. I was working for them for about 4 months down in Florida, but I still live in Florida. Right now I'm in Virginia, though. I decided to come back here and try to grow this business and be a little bit more proactive down here. Check on things, you know what I mean? And we had some other business down here, so we was here. But I'll be back in Florida shortly too, so we'll see what go on. Let's see what else we got. Sub-Zero said exactly. He talking about how don't worry about if you like a person or not. Just get what you can learn from them and use it. He said, who are some of your favorite historical figures? So I gotta say, I like a guy by the name of Barfield. He owned the Bartek Group. What is it? John Barfield. Look up John Barfield, man. He don't have a lot of material out there, but this guy come from very humble beginnings. He ended up building a cleaning business, and he built it up so high he sold his cleaning business to one of those big corporations. I think it was like GE or something like that. One of the big corporations that we all know them. And he sold them, and they ended up starting the Bartek Group, and now that Bartek Group is worth billions of dollars. So that's one of my favorites. Who else I like? I like Walt Disney. Walt Disney got a good story. The guy that made the Monopoly game, a real good story. It was somebody in particular I was gonna point out though. I forgot who it was, man. Of course, Andrew Carnegie, thanks to Napoleon Hill. I like Rockefeller too. I forgot, man. Who was it that I was gonna tell you about though? Oh, Booker T Washington, because this guy literally went from slavery. You know what I mean? He went from slavery, the bottom of the bottom. Like we say we got it hard, but this dude really did come from nothing and made it to, I think he was like some type of congressional person or something. And he did a lot. So I appreciate what he did as well. Jado said, what let's see, what up? For some reason I'm not getting any of your notifications. That's what I hate, man. YouTube keep changing stuff, so it's almost pointless to subscribe at this point. And I hate to say that, so if you're new and you're watching, please subscribe. But it's kind of pointless because they don't tell you anything. They don't tell you when I'm posting. They don't even send you emails anymore, when like nothing. They don't. It's like it's almost pointless to subscribe. It's like you gotta subscribe and hit the bell in order to get the notifications. So hit the bell, y'all. If y'all not getting the notifications and you want to get them, go to my channel, and then beside the subscribe button, you'll see the actual little bell icon where you can hit that, and they'll let you know when I'm on. But yeah, that is kind of in the way, because it's like, what's the purpose of subscribing at this point? It ain't gonna tell you when I'm on. And then yeah, Sub-Zero said Booker T Washington, that's my dude. That's his avatar actually. And I didn't even realize that either. I didn't even realize what that was. Okay. Q86 said, if you pay your employees 1099, should they be worried about owing taxes? I ask because the people I want to hire aren't as financially able to take a hit in pay. Well, they may have to worry about owing taxes if they get paid via 1099, because as we all know, the way it works is they're not getting taxes taken out their check now, which means that they're deferring to the end of the year. So it's their responsibility to pay their taxes. However, the government provides a standard deduction every year. All right, if these people are not itemizing, they get a standard deduction every year. Each year it changes, it goes up. I think it's around like what, 13,000 or something like that, 13,500 for a single person. So it would depend on a lot of different things, if they got kids to claim, stuff like that. But the question is, I mean, the answer is not really a cut and dry answer. The answer is probably, maybe. Okay, so just let them know that they need to consider it. If they got kids, they probably ain't got nothing to worry about. They got kids to claim. But really, because like, unless they buying their own equipment for you, then they don't really have anything to write off other than the gas mileage to get there. Because like with me, I provide the chemicals and supplies and everything. Only thing that my people really get to write off is gas. So, or if they're washing their rags, they can write that cost off. But so they need as many things to write off as possible, so that way they can deduct that from their gross, and then their gross will be lessened on what they can tax on, so they get taxed on their adjusted gross and not their actual gross. A Q86 said being a tenant also would help as far as deductions as well, right? Being a tenant, not really. No, if anything, being an owner. I know, yeah. So you're saying like being a rent tenant? Not really. I think that actually, if anything, being an owner and having a tenant, like being a property, because that way you can write off the depreciation of the property and the interest that you're paying on the mortgage and stuff. But being a tenant, nah, ain't no deductions for being a tenant. All right. Any other questions? Y'all know what I'm gonna do in my spare time, right? While I wait for more questions to come in, I'm gonna tell you to join the mastermind group, and I'm gonna tell you to go to www.ajsimmonsonline.com and see if there's any products up there that you need. Because I got to feed myself. Alright. But look though. So I want to ask y'all about this, right? Because I was talking about this with my mastermind group, right? And I was talking about this with my mastermind group though. We were talking. I asked them, the people who have bought in and joined in. They said I asked them like what was the main reason why they bought in or whatever. And me personally, I feel like the most valuable thing about the mastermind group is my products, because there's so much information in those products. But surprisingly to me, the most valuable thing to them was learning about the industry itself. You know what I mean? Like some of the options I had up there was the time that you get with me having the instant access, and I had my products, and I had the networking with the people. And it's like they liked all those things too, but the most important thing to them was actually just learning about the industry in general. So I wonder if that's what everybody's feeling is across the board, and if it is, let me know, because that way I can because some of y'all might haven't bought in yet, because you might feel like, well, it ain't providing what you feel like you need it to provide for the price that it is. So if that's what everybody wants, and I can do that, like a lot of people want me to niche down to just cleaning, and it's like, I don't really want to do that because I feel like I can bring more to the table. But however, if that's what the demand is, then that's what I got to do. So if y'all would prefer me to just focus on the cleaning, like obviously I'm always going to sprinkle some of this entrepreneur life advice and stuff in that regard, because you got to have. But for the most part, I can focus on the cleaning if we need to. So if y'all got any feedback on that, drop the comments below. Let me know what y'all think about that. But yeah, it was just surprising to me, because I really thought that the products, you know what I mean, was like the thing, you know what I mean? I put so much time into them, you know what I mean? And come to find out, people, that ain't even really what everybody worried about. So, but anyway, any other questions? Q86 said get that money. You already know it. And that's it. I mean, I'm just trying to provide value as well, though. Sade Howard said, how do you feel about hiring friends and associates? So, I would say, this is what I say about hiring friends, associates, family members, and etc. Don't hire anybody that you won't be capable of firing. Okay, if you know there's gonna be a problem for you firing them because you know the situation and all of that, then no harm. All right, so, but Oku86 said no, no Sade. But I hope I'm saying your name right. Everybody else that I seen spell their name like that, it was Sade. But anyway, but yeah, I say as long as you're comfortable with firing them if need be, you can go for it. But don't give them any type of benefit. Don't be lenient with them. Treat them just the same as you treat everybody else. I had to fire my best friend. I ain't want to say it, but fuck it, I did. I had to fire my best friend. I had to fire a very close family member that you wouldn't want to have to fire, but I had to do it. I even laid my brother off one time before just because he called out, but he didn't actually call out, and instead he just got another worker to cover for him and didn't let me know. So just to teach him a lesson, I laid him off just to let him know, like, hey, you got to communicate. You can't just come in here and do what you want to do just because you're my brother. You know what I mean? Now y'all know that obviously he's running my company now, because I didn't think it was a huge deal that he did it, but it was just the fact that I wanted to let him know, hey, don't get carried away. You know what I mean? We're going to hide that. And I had to lay down the law early. So just be like, it's really no, you shouldn't do it or you can't do it. I mean, because sometimes it works for people, sometimes it don't. You just got to see, because like right now, the majority of my staff, it's like my dad worked for me, my brother worked for me, my who else worked for, like my cousin's wife. So she still got our last name, but she's not really blood, but she's still kind of family to us, so she works for us. Then I got a guy that I actually met from Craigslist years ago. He was one of my first employees, and he's been around for almost the life of the business. So we got a mixture in it, but the majority of the company so far is either family or associate, so it can work. And then Herman Bain says, my franchise company wants 50% one time if I get my own contract. Is that regular? 50% one time. That must be a company I've never dealt with before. Let me see. I think that does the contract belong to you or them? I think that'd be the question on that, because if it belongs to them, then that's kind of in a way. And another thing about that too is it 50? Like, if you get it, so it do belong to you. So the contract, yeah, well, I guess that ain't that bad, because they still gonna do the invoicing and stuff, and there's only one time. Also, but at the same time, it's like, well, what you paying them for? Because you found it. Like, unless they're gonna do the bidding for you. If they're doing the bidding for you, I can see why it's worth it. You know what I mean? If they're gonna go in there and bid it for you, sell it, and you just providing them with the lead, then yeah. But if you doing everything, you closing the lead, you bidding on it and everything, then nah, I won't do all that. Yeah, so if they doing it, yeah, then that ain't bad. It's only one time. Go knock that out. I would do that. Let's see what Jado talking about. Just don't hire your mom. Exactly. Tell you the truth. I tell you what, put it this way, I will fire my mama if I got to. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So I didn't fire my mom before. My mama wouldn't work for me. She pretty established with her career, but I would if I had to. Herman Bain said to me, oh yeah, okay, I already went over that. Sade said, yes, that's how it's pronounced. Okay, good. And she said, thanks for the advice. I kind of knew the answer, just needed confirmation. Absolutely, and we always do. We all know the answers because we got access to infinite intelligence. It's just that sometimes we like to get an external sign for confirmation. So, what else we got? Herman Bain said they will and cool. And that's about it. If y'all got any more questions, I'm going to let it get in. We got a nice little couple of viewers today, so I appreciate y'all on that. And I ain't even pick a topic, so that was weird. I thought y'all be watching the NBA draft or something. So, but other than that, man, that's all I got for y'all. I ain't gonna worry y'all to death. I ain't gonna talk y'all to death. Okay, we got one more question. I want to say that is, I'm gonna try to. Is it Kier Peterson? He says, I wanted to buy in with Coverall. What do you think about their company? I don't have a problem with Coverall. I got some personal relations with Coverall in the past. This is what I recommend about Coverall, though, and this is what I recommend about all of them. Go and compare every single franchise company in your area. Good, I got your name right. So go and compare every single franchise company in your area. Don't just pick Coverall because you say you're a veteran and they got a veteran's discount. Most of the time, all of them got a veteran discount. Don't just pick Jan Pro just because AJ with Jan Pro. You know what I mean? Don't just pick Janet King just because your uncle with Janet King. You know what I mean? Really go in there, compare, read the numbers, read the fees, read the fine print, and see who makes sense for you. And also compare the people. You know what I mean? Compare the people that's working in there and see if they're going to be good partners for you. Because at the end of the day, that's going to be your business partner for a long time to come. So you need to make sure it's somebody that you can get along with. So that's what I recommend. But no, I don't have any problems against Coverall at all. No problem. And also, I recommend that you get the ebook, Is It a Scam? Truth About Commercial Cleaning Franchises. You can get it on Amazon or at my website. And it'll tell you everything that you should compare, what you should look at, and if you do decide to buy in, how to build your business and prepare it, all right? Let's see. Jado said, well, can you fire? He said, can you fire your mind for me? Just kidding. Oh, can you fire mine for me? Right. No, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. I ain't got the heart. That's why I put my brother in place, because he's a little bit meaner than I am. So, but I will if I got to, though. Cool86 said, please keep the morning motivationals coming, brother. I've started to look forward to them. It's funny you mentioned that. I'm glad you brought that up, because I was thinking about stopping them. But since you said it, I'll keep on going, because what I'm going to do is, y'all know I've just been saying that Everybody Eats podcast, but I've been doing them like as pilot runs. I actually haven't finished setting up the podcast, but I did. I finished registering. I signed up, paid my little money for the podcast hosting website today. And so by Monday, y'all should be able to get the podcast really on like iTunes and Podcast Addict and all the podcast apps and shit. So I was going to take those morning motivations and just put it on the podcast website and all of that, and not even put them on YouTube no more. But since it was just requested, I'll keep them coming in. What else do we got? Kiera Peterson said, thank you for the info, man. No problem at all. Cool86 said, I'm applying all tactics of Think and Grow Rich. If you do that, because I'll be honest with you, as long as I've been listening to Think and Grow Rich, as much as how often I listen to Think and Grow Rich, I still don't apply all of them. So if you do that, I can't see why you shouldn't accomplish every single thing that you do. I need to do better myself with that. And Aku86 said, I love Everybody Eats. So that's what's up, man. He said, I've been sharing them on Facebook. I appreciate it. I really do. And you know, Facebook, I don't know if y'all know, I know this stuff because I'm a YouTube, I guess, geek, because I have to be, because that's how I grow my channel. But YouTube and Facebook don't get along. So if you share any link on Facebook, they got a YouTube link in it. They purposely hide your post from people just so they won't see it, because they don't like YouTube taking their traffic. Like, they don't want you to leave Facebook and go to YouTube. They want you to stay on Facebook, and vice versa. So that's why I'm about to start posting more videos on Facebook so people can share those. And Aku said, and listen to you. And so yeah, so I appreciate that, man. And I appreciate all of y'all sitting here with me. I've been up here forever. It's almost been 20 minutes, so I ain't gonna hold the people who aren't live with us hostage. I'm gonna go ahead and end this now. Oh, one more thing. So look, I go live. Excuse me. I go live every day with y'all, right? And I let y'all answer all y'all questions and all of that. What I'm about to start doing is this thing called Super Chat. And I want y'all, I'm about to turn it on right now. Somebody please put a comment or something and let me know if y'all still can leave comments with the Super Chat thing activated. Alright. Because I'm trying to see, like, because I be seeing other people do the Super Chat thing, but I don't know if you have to pay to leave a comment or if you can still leave a comment without paying. You know what I mean? Because I want y'all to still be able to comment, and then if somebody want to leave a little tip through the Super Chat, then they can. But it looked like every time I cut it on, y'all ain't able to leave comments anymore. So I'm stalling to see if somebody can leave one, but it don't look like that y'all able to do it, because it's like my whole thing disappeared and everything. So I'm about to turn it off now. Let me know if y'all can, if that made y'all not be able to do it. Alright, let's see what we got. Jado Brown said Coverall is a good franchise. Yeah, I had no problem with it when I was dealing with them. Q86 said, still here, brother. Doobie Rock Entertainment said, thanks for all you do. Oh, I see what's going on. No problem, Doobie Rock, and I appreciate you watching. I see what's going on. What it is when I see Super Chat is probably already activated regardless when I'm up here. But when I click the Super Chat button, it's only going to show me the people that paid. Okay, so it's already active then. All right, bet. I see how that's going. All right. And Don Jones said good. Alright, bet. So I appreciate that, Don Jones. I think that's it, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. I see people dying off now, so I'm gonna go ahead and end. I just be chilling with y'all, be having fun. Let me get back out here though. And so I can get home to my family at some point tonight. So thank y'all for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting, and most importantly, sharing, because we got to grow this thing. I need to grow this year. This is supposed to be my breakout year, y'all. So share my stuff, help me grow. Let's get it. Thank y'all.